The Hague, known as Den Haag in Dutch, is the capital city of the province of South Holland in the Netherlands. It is one of the most important cities in the country, often referred to as the International City of Peace and Justice due to its hosting of numerous international organizations and institutions. The Hague is home to several international organizations and institutions, including the International Court of Justice, the International Criminal Court, and the Permanent Court of Arbitration. These institutions contribute to The Hague's reputation as a center for international law and diplomacy. While Amsterdam is the capital of the Netherlands, The Hague serves as the seat of the Dutch government and the official residence of the Dutch monarch. Many government ministries, embassies, and diplomatic missions are located in the city. The Hague has a vibrant culinary scene, with a wide variety of restaurants, cafes, and eateries serving both traditional Dutch cuisine and international fare. The city also offers excellent shopping opportunities, with upscale boutiques, department stores, and markets. The Hague boasts a rich cultural heritage, with historic landmarks, museums, and art galleries. The Monarch is a renowned museum that houses masterpieces by Dutch and Flemish artists, including Vermeer's Girl with a Pearl Earring and Rembrandt's The Anatomy Lesson of Dr. Nicolaas Tulp. Throughout the year, The Hague hosts numerous events, festivals, and cultural celebrations. The International Film Festival Rotterdam, IFFR, held annually in January, and the Tong Tong Fair, Europe's largest Eurasian festival, are just a few examples of the city's vibrant cultural calendar. The Hague offers a unique blend of history, culture, and international significance, making it a fascinating destination for travelers interested in politics, law, art, and Dutch heritage. De Passage in The Hague is the oldest existing shopping center in the Netherlands. It was put into use in 1885 by the N.V.S. Gravenhagsk Passage Maatschappij, which was co-founded by the well-known Hagenaar Petrus Josephus de Sonneville, 1830 to 1925, also one of the founders of the Koerhuis in Scheveningen. The original passage from 1885 runs from the Spuestraat to the Buitenhof. The oldest part was built according to a design by the architects Herman Westra Jr. and J.C. van Wijck, which was greatly simplified by the Belgian architect Henri Rieck. It was built according to an internationally oriented neo-Renaissance style. In 2007, a thorough restoration of the passage came to an end, carried out according to the design and under the supervision of Kintai and Partners Architecten. Facades were returned to their original state. The marble floor was restored by Italian craftsmen. Some old shops have remained, such as the stamp dealer and Ackerman, the fountain pen specialty store. New shops were attracted, such as Verwages, later Selex's Verwages, which had a bookstore on 3 floors on the roundabout, totaling 1,750 square meters. In 2014, Apple opened its third Apple store in the Netherlands here, which was made possible by the acquisition of Selex's by De Slecht. The resulting store moved from the Passage to the De Slecht building in the Spuestraat. DOK Cookware has also been in the Passage since May 10, 2007. The store was added an extension at the back to Kettingstraat and now has 800 square meters. Their back window is partially behind the ball gown. Gravenstraat is situated in the historic city center of The Hague. This area is characterized by its charming architecture, cobblestone streets, and a mix of residential buildings, shops, cafes, and restaurants. Gravenstraat may offer a glimpse into the daily life of the city's residents, as well as providing opportunities for shopping, dining, and exploring the local culture. Like many streets in the historic center of The Hague, Gravenstraat likely has a unique and vibrant atmosphere that reflects the city's rich history and diverse population. The Groot or St. Jacobskerk is a church building from the late Middle Ages in the center of The Hague. Together with the Binnenhof and the Leusdoenen Abbey Church, it is one of the oldest buildings.
여기서 나 사진 찍을까? 이게 메인이니까 여기 서서 기다리라고.
The Old City Hall in The Hague is a Renaissance-style building on the Groenmarkt near the Groot Kerk. It is the former seat of the city's government and remains a place where residents hold civic wedding ceremonies and where the royal family register their family births. Other families do this at the current City Hall located in the large white building on the Kalvermarkt, near the public library. The Town Hall, built in 1565 and restored and enlarged in 1882, contains a historical picture gallery. The building was considered very large and imposing in its day. Just after it was built in 1566, Lodovico Guicciardini referred to The Hague as the most beautiful, richest, and biggest village of Europe. Rijksmuseum de Gevangenpoort, often simply referred to as the Gevangenpoort, is a museum located in The Hague, translated as the prison gate. This museum is housed in a historic building that was originally a prison and later served as a courthouse. In the Middle Ages, the place was the forecourt of the castle of the Counts of Holland. From here one entered the forecourt, or Buitenhof, of the castle through the front gate, Gevangenpoort. On the north side of the place there were some noble houses, including the Egmont House on the corner with the Vigverberg. It also served as a tournament field until it was moved to the Tourneveld in the later Middle Ages. The Hofviger is a historic pond located in the center of the Hague, Den Haag, Netherlands, adjacent to the Binnenhof, which is the Dutch Parliament buildings. Translated as Court Pond, the Hofviger is one of the city's most iconic and picturesque landmarks, steeped in history and surrounded by significant historical buildings and monuments. The Binnenhof is a historic complex of buildings located in the heart of The Hague. It is surrounded by other important landmarks, including the Mauritshuis, an art museum, and the Riddersal, Hall of Knights. The Binnenhof has a long and storied history dating back to the 13th century when it was originally built as a castle for the Counts of Holland. Over the centuries, the complex evolved into the seat of government for the Netherlands, housing the Parliament, the office of the Prime Minister, and other governmental institutions. The Binnenhof complex is characterized by its mix of architectural styles, reflecting its long history and various renovations and expansions over the centuries. The oldest building in the complex is the Riddersal, a Gothic-style hall dating back to the 13th century. Other buildings within the complex include the Tweedkamer, House of Representatives, the Eerstkamer, Senate, and the Mauritshuis. The Binnenhof serves as the center of Dutch politics and government, hosting meetings, debates, and legislative sessions for the Dutch Parliament, Staten-Generaal. The complex also houses the offices of the Prime Minister and other government officials, as well as various administrative departments and support staff. The Mauritshuis is a renowned art museum located in The Hague, Netherlands, known for its exceptional collection of Dutch Golden Age paintings. It is situated in the city center of The Hague, near the Binnenhof and the Hofviger. The Mauritshuis was originally built in the 17th century as a private residence for Johann Moritz, Count of Nassau-Siegen, who served as the governor of the Dutch colony of Brazil. The building was designed by Dutch architect Jacob van Campen in the Dutch classicist style. In 1820, the Mauritshuis was transformed into an art museum to house the growing collection of paintings belonging to the Dutch Royal Cabinet of Paintings. While the Binnenhof is primarily a working government complex, it is also open to the public for guided tours and visits to certain areas of the buildings. Visitors can explore the Riddersal, the inner courtyards, and other historic spaces while learning about the history and significance of the complex. The Binnenhof holds significant cultural and historical importance for the Netherlands, serving as a symbol of Dutch democracy, governance, and national identity. It is also a popular tourist attraction, drawing visitors from around the world who come to admire its architecture, learn about its history, and witness the workings of Dutch politics up close. The International Court of Justice, often referred to as the World Court, is the principal judicial organ of the United Nations. It was established in 1945 by the Charter of the United Nations and has its seat in The Hague, Netherlands. The ICJ's primary function is to settle legal disputes between states and to provide advisory opinions on legal questions referred to it by authorized UN organs and specialized agencies. Den Haag HS, short for Den Haag Holland Spoor, is one of the main railway stations in The Hague. Den Haag HS has a rich history dating back to its opening in 1843. It was originally built as the terminus for the first railway line in the Netherlands, connecting The Hague to the city of Rotterdam. Over the years, the station underwent several expansions and renovations to accommodate increasing passenger traffic and modernize its facilities.